On YouTube, it's your boy CP, and today we're back for a brand new video. Um, so a few weeks ago, I'm gonna say about 2 weeks ago, I made a video reacting to the list that women put out of where to not take them on the first date. So then the men came out of a list of a type of women not to date. So in retaliation, they put out another list of the type of men not to date, or I guess like men that like you have no business dating, because that was the title of the list. But I was like, I looked at this list and I was just dumbfounded. I was absolutely befuddled, stupefied. Like I was shell shocked because some of the things on this new list are more outlandish than the ones on that last list. But we're gonna be going over the type of men that you have no business dating list. Uh, First one, men with toddlers or younger. I'm not mad about that because I kind of do the same thing. I don't really be dating women with kids. Like I can be cool friends with them or whatever, but dating it's like it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. Like you got 50-50 chance of me wanting to date you or not. Next is they live with their mom. See, they always be like, "Oh, you live with your mom? That's corny." Da, 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 da. You don't know his situation or his relationship with his mother. Because first of all, women, I'm telling y'all straight up, and this is from a man, so I'm not capping. The girlfriend or the wife or the girl that a guy is talking to will never like ever in 1,000 years ever come before his mom. Because one, say you saying like, oh, he can't live with his mom. What if his mom is sick? What if his mom is old? What if his mom needs like actual help? That's like what y'all fail to realize. Your mom is going to be the. Let me phrase that. The mom is always the first woman of a man's life, and that's just how it is. But like, you can't be like, oh, he can't live with his mom because you don't know his situation. You don't know his mother's situation. He could be down right now, just trying to get on back on his feet, whatever. But like I said, I feel like live with their mom. Like you don't know their situation. You don't know their relationship with their mom. So like I feel like that's just like kind of messed up to say that. Live with their baby mama. I kind of get that one, cause like that just brings in a whole lot of problems, a whole lot of drama that you don't want to get entangled with. But at the same time, it's like you might be doing it for the kid, just to try to have like a not so much of like a dating relationship, but just like a healthy like co-parenting type thing. So like I said, it depends on the situation. Next it says down low, man. Why it's even on there, I don't even know. If you knew he was down low, then why are you even trying to date him to begin with? But whatever. Skipping over that one. Don't have a driver's license. I mean, there's plenty of people that don't have a license, men and women. So I don't see the point. So there are plenty of women, especially in the military. I met a lot of people in general, male and female, don't have a driver's license. So I feel like, okay, if you're allowed to say that you wouldn't date a man that doesn't have a driver's license, again, it's one of them you don't know their situation things or whatever the case is. I mean, granted, because I know there were some people who like grew up and their parents were like real strict and they was like, oh no, you're not getting your driver's license. But at the same time, it's like once you move out and you're not living with your parents anymore, you can go and get your driver's license. I feel like having a driver's license makes your life a lot easier because once you have your driver's license and you get a car, like you all said there's people out here that somehow manage to get cars without having a driver's license. I don't know how they do it, but I digress. Next we got people who bank with Cash App. I didn't even really know people did that, but well, whatever. Uh, I mean, look, as long as you're getting paid and making your money, it shouldn't matter who you bank with. So if you want to bank with Cash App, go right on ahead. Next we got men who sag their pants. I don't think guys even do that anymore. It's been I think I used to see that a lot when I was like younger, like a kid, but nowadays I don't see guys doing that. So I don't know where that came from. Men that don't take care of their kids. Okay, I kind of get that. At the same time, I'm like, well, if they're your kids and like you should take care of them. Like I'm not saying you shouldn't, but like how do you know off rip if they take care of their kids or not? But then you just said, and the first one was like men with kids, so I'm kind of confused. So, um, men who disrespect women. Okay, that's a fair one. Yeah, you look. I don't disrespect women. Like with these videos, I'll make my jokes or whatever. But at the end of the day, I respect all women everywhere. So I you never see me blatantly disrespect a woman. So, but I will say this: if if you disrespect me, I may give you like one or two things, depending on what you said or what you did. But like, you can't just disrespect somebody and expect them not to feel some type of way. So yeah, we'll move on from that. Men who don't own a suit. What? Men who don't own a suit. What do you? If you're not a lawyer or some kind of like CEO or like I don't understand. What do you need a suit for? I don't I don't want to say I don't own a suit because I do have my army service uniform, which is kind of like a suit. But if I feel like if you don't need a suit, why would you own one? Like that makes no sense. If you don't need it, then because who's wearing a suit every day if you're not like unless you like your job requires you to wear a suit or something like that. I don't know, but I just feel like owning a suit that or like not owning a suit that's stupid. Next we got men who live in motels. That's another like it really depends on their situation. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of these are about like finances, so that says a lot. But financially, like you don't know somebody's situation. You don't know what they're going through. They could be going through some hard times. They could have had like these things going for them, and then like one mistake or one bad investment or whatever the case is could have messed them up completely. So I feel like stuff like that, you really shouldn't base that like whether you're going to date them or not. Like don't try to be the type person that's like on their team when they're winning, but then you abandon them when they're down. Like that's messed up. Men who ask to hold a couple of dollars until they get paid. I mean, it because I feel like if y'all been dating for a minute, asking to borrow money is okay. Because like, first of all, times are tough with inflation and everything. It's like the price, the cost of living is going up, but everybody's wages is either staying the same or dropping. So if it's staying the same, but everything cost of living is going up, then it's like it's harder to afford stuff. So I can understand like having to hold a couple hours until you get paid because one thing about being in the military, especially if you meet somebody that's like the same rank, which you're going to, if we're all the same rank, or if you're like a rank below me, a rank behind, or rank ahead of me, it happens. Like they get it. Like there's been a couple times where I asked uh one of my friends who she's at a completely different duty station now, but when we were at the same duty station, there was a couple times it was like because she outranked me, she made more money than me anyway. I didn't take advantage or anything, but like just say like I don't know, I was a couple dollars short on something. I was like, hey, can I borrow $10, $20, whatever the case was, and I'll pay you back Friday or whatever we get paid because we get paid on the same day or around the same day. And it's like I feel like as long as you like hold yourself accountable when you borrow money, like it's not really an issue. So yeah. Next is clothes in the tub. That's like an old school thing. So I don't know. I can't really speak on that. I've never seen any guy do that, especially men that are my age or around my age. We don't do that. I don't know who put to say clothes and stuff. I guess it's like a drying method thing or whatever, but I don't know. That's like a real old thing. Next we got can't log into anything without help. What do you mean by that? Like can't log into like your social media or your bank account without like I don't know. That don't make no sense to me. So I'm skipping that one. Men who tell their mom everything. Back again with the whole like mom situation. You don't know the relationship with them. First of all, I feel like a lot of women have like at least one friend that they tell all of their business to. Like from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep, they will literally tell them about the day throughout the day. Like it's like when you watch an NFL game and you get an ESPN up. There's that one friend that they send in updates. Like every time y'all have an argument, they tell that friend. Every time y'all go out to dinner, they tell that friend. Every time they do X, Y, and Z, it's they tell that friend. I feel like a lot of women have like that type of friend. So I mean, like I don't want to say I tell my mom everything because I don't talk to my mom every single day, but I do talk to my mom at least a couple times a week, and I'll just give her a recap of my week. But if I'm like, she may ask like, "Oh, you see anyone this, that, and the third?" Just see how I'm doing. But other than that, like, it's not like I'm blatantly telling my business out there. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, but I feel like there's really nothing wrong with you, like, so because sometimes like you just need to vent or to talk to somebody, and it's like you really feel like you can't talk to your friends because your friends ain't gonna understand, and you feel like you can't really talk to anybody that's around you because they're either not gonna understand or they're gonna tell you something that you know you're not gonna want to hear or what you don't need to hear, or they're not gonna word it the way that it should be worded. I'm not saying sugarcoat stuff, but I'm not also saying like be completely black and white about it. Like I feel like there should be a mix. Like don't use the nicest word possible, but don't also use the harshest. If that makes sense. Like just be respect. I feel like your parents are going to be the ones that tell you things like straight up without making it seem worse than what it is. If that makes sense. So I feel like if you talk to your mom and about whatever is going on in your life, or like that, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But next we got men who work in FedEx. What? Work in? I'm just gonna assume that means like if they're like a mailman or something. Why that matters? I don't know. I don't know. So we gonna skip over that one. Uh, work in temp service. I mean, at least they get. Y'all always talk about. I shouldn't say y'all. There's so many women out there that talk about how, oh, this my man doesn't have a job, or I need a man that has a job, this, that, and the third. Look, if you're making a living and it's an honest job, you're not doing something that's like completely outlandish, illegal, immoral, or unethical. Like it really shouldn't matter what you do. If you work at McDonald's, if you work at any kind of 9 to 5, shout out to y'all. Like, cause you working hard for your money. Don't tell anybody you doing something wrong. If you work in an honest living, it shouldn't matter what it is. Like you can't talk about like, oh, he needs a job, and then if he gets on a job, oh, it's only temp. Like it shouldn't matter what kind of job it is. If he's making honest money, shouldn't matter. Truck drivers is next one. What? I mean, I feel like with truck drivers, because they travel a lot, you really wouldn't even see them that much. So I don't know how that works. So I ain't gonna get too deep into that one, but feel don't I'm pretty sure truck drivers make like a decent amount of money though. So y'all always want men who have a lot of money, but when they have a job that makes them a lot of money, but it takes up a lot of time because they have to work hard, it's an issue. But I don't know. Next is grand rising men. I ain't gonna lie, I've used that term a couple times, but it's not like a every morning type thing. So I feel like they're talking about like if you use that every morning, then yeah, I don't do that. But like, if it's somebody that I'm close with, or I'm cool with, or I'm trying to talk to, I may hit them with a grand rising every once in a while. But it's not an every morning thing. But the thing is though, it's like if you just texting good morning or GM or whatever you do, they still get mad at you. So sometimes it's like there's no winning. There really ain't. Next is the what you doing, man. Okay, but at the same time, like there be the women who take 5 6 hours to respond back to a text. So and like you like me, if I ask you what you're doing, like I'm just trying to start a conversation. So I look at it like this: if you take longer than an hour to 2 hours to reply, or if you like not replying to my text but you post it on social media, I don't even care at that point. I'll stop texting you instantly because you just show me that like you really don't care. Men with multiple kids slash baby mamas. I mean, you can say the same thing about women with multiple kids or and multiple baby dads. So feel like that's kind of like a give and take type thing. So men who bash women on social media, bro. So reason why this irritates me so much because this whole list thing is women bashing men. So it's one thing that's my biggest pet peeves is a hypocrite. Cause it's like, how you gonna be like, oh, I don't like men who bash women on social media, but then women are making these kind of lists. Like, it's so confusing. I don't understand. I don't look like I said. I may make my jokes or whatever, cause y'all know I'll be laughing and making my jokes about the gold diggers when I do my gold digger prank reaction videos. But that's not me bashing them. That's just me making jokes. That's it. Um, but men who bash women on social media, and y'all are out here making lists about bashing men. Like y'all are bashing men for some stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it, but then there's other stuff. It's like it don't even make any sense. So if y'all are wondering why I keep looking at this angle, because I got it. My my other phone where I would normally look at it, it's kind of charging right now, so it was dead, and so I had to literally hand write it down on this flashcard. So I'm about to flip it over real quick because we're on 23 out of 29, and that is insane to me. 23 is men who have to load a card to add money. So look, sometimes it's like, okay, if you know that like you may be short on funds or something, like if you tell yourself like, okay, I got say I got $100 in my account, and I know I'm gonna need gas, I'm gonna need to pay for X, Y, and Z, and you know that $100 ain't gonna cover it. Like sometimes you just want to add it ahead of time and then put it in. So I don't see the issue with that. Men that don't keep up with their locks, I mean, I can't really speak on that because I don't have locks, so I can't really speak on that. So next, um, men whose hairline is gone, but they keep trying to hold on to it. Now, let me say that. Now, let me say I don't want to date a woman who be wearing the same wig 2-3 weeks in a row and it's starting to peel. Let me say that. Then I'm wrong, right? So look, my shit. I ain't gonna lie, my shit kind of receding, but it be from stress and work. So next is men talk about what they used to have. I mean, yeah, I agree and disagree with that. It depends on like what are you talking about. Like you mean like possessions? Like if you say like, oh, I used to have I don't know. Let's just say for a second, I used to have a Mercedes. Now I have a I don't know Hyundai Elantra or whatever the case is. I don't know. But if you're talking like, I'm like I feel like that really shouldn't matter. But if you talk about like what you used to have in your last relationship or whatever the case is, then yeah, that's kind of a problem. Like I said, it depends on what you're talking about. Um, married men. I mean, look, I know there are men who are married that still go out there and cheat or whatever. And I don't condone cheating at all. But if I feel like if you knew he was married, why would y'all even like want to date him? So that's what I don't get. But you could say the same thing about married women, because look, men. I feel like men and women cheat equally. It's just that the men tend to get caught more often. So I mean, this is what it is. Men without transportation. Okay, so this kind of irritates me because they talking about men don't have transportation, but nine times out of 10, it's like they don't have transportation either. And also, it's like, okay, classic example. Last girl I dated, she did not have a car. She she ain't have a car, and it was like every time we would go out on dates, I'm picking her up, I'm driving her to the place, dropping her back off. Then it's like, oh, if she forgot something or she needs to go pick up something, it's like I'm taking her doing whatever. So like, yeah, I have transportation, but I feel like I feel like if you're gonna say you want to date somebody without transportation, you gotta have transportation of your own. Because if you don't have a car, you really have no business saying men without transportation. Like, keep it real. But look, me, I've like it's not that big of a deal to me. Like if you have a car, cool. If not, it is what it is. I prefer to drive my car anyway. Um, because it's not even just because I have a Mustang. It's just like me. If I want to be somewhere at a certain time, I can get there at that time, and whenever I'm ready to leave, all right, I'm gonna go. That's why like there have been a couple times where my friends would like invite me to go somewhere, like, oh, you don't have to take your car, you can ride. I'm like, no, I'm cool. Like, I'll take my car, cause for multiple reasons. One, if we go out and get drinks or something, I'd rather drive my car only because one, if somebody gets drunk and they need a ride home, then I can drive them. And two, if I'm out and I know that I drive, I won't drink as much. Like I may have two, maybe three drinks, depending on whatever it is. If it's something like a cocktail, then I could probably have like two or three of them. But if it's like straight liquor or whatever, then yeah, I probably won't drink that much, if any at all. So yeah, that's just me personally. I prefer to drive myself, and like I said, like for example, there's one time I went to like this party, right, and it was like there was a bunch of people there, and it's like after a while, like I was just kind of bored. I'm not really a party type person unless if it's like it can't just be to me. I can't. I guess it's more so I can't be with people that I don't know. I can't party with people I don't know. If I don't know y'all, I'm not gonna really have fun. I'm gonna be standing. I'm gonna be that like, and I'll admit it. Like, if I'm somewhere where I only know one or two people, or nobody at all, I'm really gonna go out my way to talk to people because like, to me it feels like there's no point. I'm not saying y'all should be like me. Just saying like yo. And it's like if I feel like yo, I'm ready to go. I don't want to have to wait on somebody to be like, oh no man, we having fun. No, that's why I always drive myself. So yeah. Last, I feel attacked. This last one says Cowboys fans. It shouldn't matter what team, not even just NFL, just in general, whatever sports team I represent. Because first of all, my team going to always be my team. I'm not the type of person that's going to switch teams for any type of reason. I don't care if we go 1-16 or 16-1. I'm still going to be cheering for my team. I don't care. But I know why they're saying this because look, social media does not like Cowboys fans. Like that. That's just. And it's partially because of Stephen A. Smith. But I'm not going to get into why I don't like Stephen A. Smith. But anyway, it's that whole like, oh, Cowboys fans are delusional. Cowboys fans are emotional, this, that, and third, bro. And every NFL fan base is like us. It's always like, oh, Cowboys fans always saying this is our area, this is our. Bro, every fan base does that. So I'm like, what? Why y'all putting my team out? Like, it's just the times that it's like they try to like project more stuff on Cowboys fans than there is any other team. So many people will talk about like, oh, Dallas hasn't won anything since the '90s. There are teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl in their entire franchise. Like, and some of these franchises have been around since the 30s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, whatever. Classic example, Houston Texans been in the league since what, 2000, 2001, or early 2000s. Have yet to make it to the Super Bowl. And you want to talk about my team, who already has 5 rings, but they talking about they don't want Cowboys fans or Cowboys fans are the issue, or they try to say like, oh, we're toxic, we're the most obnoxious and the third. I'm like, bro, most Cowboys fans that I see, they chill as fuck. You know how many times I went to a Cowboys game and I was just literally walking to whatever, like say I was getting ready to walk into the game and somebody offered me some free food or whatever, just because I was a Cowboys fan. Look, you meet a Cowboys fan, bro. I am telling you, Cowboys fans, they treat each other like family for real. Cause I didn't even know these people, and like there's this one dude that made this bomb ass steak that was, I swear to God, it was probably one of the best steaks I've ever had. Then it was another guy, him and his kids were there. They were supporting the Cowboys. He made these tacos bomb, like that, some of the best tacos I've ever had. I just I just regret that I've never seen that guy again because his tacos were top tier. There was one lady who one time she had like all these cookies and baked goods. I was like, she was trying to make me gain so much weight, bro. Like it, cookies, brownies, cupcakes. Dad, I know you're watching this. You know it. And he was with me every single time these incidents happened, where they was offering us food and stuff. Like it was top tier, bro. And it's like I said, Cowboys fans are like a huge family. And it's like people will try to start with us. We won't say nothing to y'all, regardless we win or lose. Like we won't say nothing to nobody, and somebody got to start with us. You know how many, bro? Last week, or no, not last week. 2 weeks ago, I was walking up the gym. Just been on. I had this exact same shirt on. Dude was like, "Oh, you sure you want me wearing that cap?" Like, bro, I don't know you. You don't know me. I kept walking. I was like, whatever. I'm not about to do this because, dude, more than likely, since I'm in Georgia now, it's like more than likely was a Falcons fan. And if you're a Falcons fan, you really have no room to talk. And then it's like, you know how many? I know this one sergeant that was at my last duty station. He's not there now. We went basically once. He swore up and down he was a Titans fan, and then now all of a sudden he swear he an Eagles fan, and he be trying to call me anytime the Cowboys are losing or whatever. And it's like it got to the point where I blocked him on social media, I blocked his number, I blocked him on everything. Cause like what you're not about to do is not talk to me in like months. Oh, like January would have made a year. Not talk to me in over half a year, and then all of a sudden call me up. Like, bro, I'm not starting with you. I'm not. But soon as we win, they on hush mode. Everybody on hush mode, or they'll be like, "Oh, you beat a bad team. They're not that good." Da da da. Okay, but when you beat them, it's okay, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. That last one got me talking more about football than the actual list itself. But anyway, guys, I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I'm definitely going to do more of these videos. To all the women who aren't making lists like this or agreeing to lists like this, shout out to y'all. Y'all MVPs. And I'll catch you guys next.